Hey, this Omar just on here. Uh, quick recap of the you know college football championship, and it was a rout. It was a beat down. It was definitely what I didn't expect. I thought TCU was gonna put up a better fight and kind of show the world that they belong, but this dude on the screen, he killed it. I mean, hands down. Like, what I'm saying, 6 touchdowns. Um, his performance is up there with the Joe Burrow, performance of a couple of years back. Their performance is neck and neck. They both was blowout wins, but when you beat a team like as if you was out there playing Madden, versus somebody that, was some shit, then that's it, son. This is his, back to back. I want to say what back to back, right? Cause he was at JUCO and he won a chip in JUCO, and then he came back to Georgia, and so these past 2 seasons had to been something special for him. He had he had a phenomenal year. Very underrated. I don't even know how he's gonna what's the word? Um how he translate into the next level. That's the word. But for a college quarterback, he's definitely up there as one of the greats. He's up there with Tim Tebow and the dude from Alabama, the guys that's been coming out of Alabama and whatnot. He's definitely gonna be recognized as far as when we look back and talk about like this first half of the new century. Like he was definitely one of those uh you know quarterback quarterbacks in college that people want to give props to. He's staking claim as one of the all time greats and top five in Georgia history as far as like best players. And that's saying something because they've recently now got a pipeline full of talent that's been coming out. So for him to rise above a lot of those other folks that's been up there, because normally like they was talking about on Undisputed Today, as far as like Herschel Walker, normally when you say Georgia football, you say Herschel Walker, but now it's it's definitely Stetson Bennett. Like he has he people gonna have to say like put some respect on my damn name. You know what I'm saying? Like he did that shit in the championship game 2 years in a row. Last year versus Alabama, crisp beat down, and kind of like a changing of the guard. And then this year, they kept it going, and so, last week versus Ohio State, where it was possible that they really shouldn't even been in this game. Ohio State played well enough to win that game. And if it wasn't for a missed kick, they very well could have been playing on Monday. But he played phenomenal. Like I said, I don't know how he's gonna, look, if he chooses to go and try his hand in the NFL. What Kyler Murray is somebody that's a little guy that makes plays and whatever. He obviously is more shiftier than people give him credit for, as he showed when he made a couple of his runs on Monday. You know, um, TCU. The moment might have been too much for him. you know, uh, when they, fumbled the ball early and gave up where it was just a big old mess, man. Like I don't even know how you can even look at the game and see it was a lot of busted coverages. A lot of guys ran free and was wide open. The tight end dude for Georgia, um, Bowers, he had 7 for 152, 1 touchdown. Defense wise, they had 5 touchdowns. And yeah, it was just like I said, you ain't expect. I thought it was gonna be more of a fight the TCU put up, and maybe this was good for them, a learning experience. And people go through it. There's a ton of teams that they get blown out, and then next year they can come back fully, full throttle because they got a lot of momentum. They like this loss will put a bad taste in their mouth. But yeah, give all props to Georgia. They definitely look like they the new Alabama, and a lot of people gonna want to go there. A lot of people gonna want to transfer there. They it's it's gonna be hard now. Now when once the playoff expand, it's gonna look a lot different. But while they got these 4 teams in there, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard pressed for anybody to think that an SEC team isn't don't have the highest probability of winning. You know what I'm saying? Because they going through a lot of tough battles. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of games that I did enjoy watching this year out of that conference. You know what I'm saying? I like the Tennessee game, and I think that if my man didn't get hurt, they would have had a better claim at how the division would have shook out. But even though that game versus Georgia, it got out of hand too though. So Georgia just they was the class of the college, hands down. You know what I'm saying? And even if they probably would have faced Michigan, it would have been something sort of like this. Maybe Michigan might have fought enough to put up 20 something points, but it would have been like, they would have still got housed, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a lot of you don't expect to see that out of the 2 best teams in college or whatever. So much respect to Georgia. Winning back to back is not easy to do, and they did it. And it's possibility that they might have a chance to three-peat. So we'll definitely be tuned in to see if that happens. Now they're gonna lose a lot of people, coming up in the draft, and so we just gonna see all the people that they plug and play. I'm definitely interested to see how they uh how they gonna work the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they gonna get somebody in the transfer portal, or they gonna work with the guy that we saw yesterday? But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. All right, thanks for listening.